Good morning. Today is the 26th day of May. I am in the studio under the oak tree one more time. Today is Memorial Day, and it will be a memorable day. It will be a hot day, and it may be a sad day, and it could be a happy day. I really don't know how many days. I do know that I am 67 years old, and I was born on April the 13th, 1947. And in July this year, there will be a day set aside. It's called the 4th of July. Between now and the 4th of July, there will be a certain number of days. That's what there will be, a certain number of days. And a certain number of days is just what it is. I have looked at numbers of days today before I came out here, and a number of days ago is, how you explain things that happen. A number of days ago, or a number of years ago, and I guess you could do centuries ago, or whatever. But today is Memorial Day, and I have concluded that it will be a memorable day, if for no other reason than that I made this video. And I talked about certain things. And looking at the history book that I have in the house, that the house is behind me, I have been looking in the history book and saw the history of some men. And one of them was named Enoch. And Enoch walked with God. Yes, he did. Enoch walked with God. That's what it says in the history book. And it says that he had a son who had a son, and a lot of men have lived and had sons. And anyway, there's the firstborn sons, because there can only be one firstborn. And Noah was a firstborn. He was a firstborn. Noah was. And Noah walked with God. And Noah talked with God. He did. And Noah lived a lot of years. I think it was about 850. I have not even reached 100. And I have seen things happen in the few years that I have been alive. Did you know there was another firstborn son that only lived to be about 33 years old, and then he was killed. Yes, he was killed. He was crucified. And the man, or it's written in the history book, that you should take up your cross and follow him. Well, I have a shirt on, and it, as you can see, it says "A Cross for Me." Now whoever made this shirt, picked out this emblem for a cross, which is fine with me, because it says that I have a cross for me, and I would suppose you have a cross for you. But this man at the age of 33 was crucified, and I believe he was, not really crucified on what we, see as a cross. It might have been more like a stake, and his hands could have been, nailed above his head, rather than, the way we, see things. So it might not have been as many nails, I guess you could have used 2 nails, or 1 nail in each hand, or 1 nail and, got both hands put together, or whatever. I really don't know how they crucified the man, but they crucified him. They crucified him, and they took him down from the place where he had been hanging until he died, and they put him in a tomb. And a man named Joseph had something to do with that. Matter of fact, some people named Joseph have had things to do with, a lot of things. There was a man that lived out not too far from me. His name was Joseph Jackson. He was a Hamilton. And I believe his father's name was probably Joseph. I really, can't verify that. I don't have the records here, is what I'm trying to say. But anyway, you can understand that this man that they killed years ago by crucifixion, he was the Son of God. Folks, I want you to look at me here today. Jesus was the Son of God. Okay? He was a descendant of David. And he was born to be a king. Born to be a king. You got it? Because if you didn't get it, I don't know what you got. The man was born to be a king. He was raised from the dead by his father. His father had promised him that he would be raised from the dead and be alive. I mean, I can read, I read in my history book that for the joy set before him, he endured certain things. For the joy set before him, he died. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what anybody's doing. But I can look in this, toward this tree, and I can see what I'm doing. Are you going to glorify God today? Or are you going to live for the devil? That's your only 2 choices. Because at the end of the day, you will have either pleased God or you will have pleased the devil. And there will be a resurrection of those that have lived. They will come back and be alive again. Yes, there will be a resurrection of the dead. There will be those who do not die. I think we may see some of them before too long, because I think there are some walking on the earth today that will not die. We'll find out, won't we? It's just a matter of time. So what are you going to do on this Memorial Day? I guess if you see this video, I guess you can make fun of me, but that's fine. I will get over it. My wife knows that I will get over it. There is going to be a lake of fire, and there will be men and women in it. And it will, let's just say, house them or hold them forever. I don't think it's going to be a very fine place to be forever. You might want to examine some things and thinking about some things real seriously. And I hope you have enjoyed this video, because if you heard those words, at least I know that you watched it. Thank you, and I hope you have a memorable Memorial Day this year, 2014. I really do.